And one that we've seen over the last several months is the changing of leadership roles at Pets for People. Joining us now, our reporter JD Conti, giving us some details into those big changes.
Yeah, so if you watch East Texas News at 5 on Fridays, we have Pets for People come in, they have a dog on, and we have Pet Project during the day on East
Yes.
Texas now. And we, just kind of showcasing some of the dogs that are in our shelters here in East Texas. And so Holly Jones, you remember her, Holly, she was
I
the
remember
director at Pets
Holly.
for People. She's now the director at the Smith County Animal Shelter, and she's already started doing some great stuff over there. So somebody's got to come up and take the steps. So Kat Cortelyou, she is the new director over there. She just started 2 days ago, so she took some time to talk with us this morning about some plans for the shelter, what she plans on doing, her background. She was actually with the SPCA of East Texas for 8 years. She was
Oh,
the
wow.
director of animal services in Athens, so she's got a lot of experience in this kind of thing. So we just talked to her about her plans for Pets for People, what they're doing over there, and just got to go see some doggos again.
You've had the best week. You
Yeah,
were
I
at
got.
Camp B
I,
where they were
I'm having a
doing.
dog week.
Yes, it's kind of the best week. So, okay, perfect. Let's
Yeah.
hear more.
Been doing animal stuff for about 10 years now. I spent 8 years as director at SPCA East Texas, and then I left there and went to Athens, where I was the animal services manager there, and did some different things with laws and ordinances and all there. I am a member of the board of directors for TACA, the Texas Animal Control Association. I do speaking engagements in front of the Senate for the Texas Humane Legislation Network. And now I'm executive director for Pets for People.
Cool. How do you think that all that in the past has, helped you to where you are today and, here in East Texas?
You know, it really has helped where I am today. I'm real big on learning new things, and so I feel like the more I know, the better I am, and it's been very eye-opening getting to see both sides of the nonprofit and then the municipality sides of animal services and different animal things, and it's taught me a lot, and that helps me to be able to maybe help Pets for People move forward.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been here? Like at Pets for People?
How long have I what?
How long have you been here? Excuse me.
Oh, 2 days.
2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So brand spanking new, but in that short time, what have you seen? What are some things that we can work on? What are some things that are working well?
I think everything's working pretty well, but there's always room for improvement. Right now, I've jumped in with both feet. We're working on some different grants. And we actually have a few new programs that we're going to be opening up here, such as a foster program, which is going to help us get animals out into foster homes, which will in turn help the animals get some home training while they're waiting, and they'll get love-ins and get to not have to stay in the shelter, and help them get adopted.
Yeah. So you've been in animal stuff for a long time. Tell me, what's your why? Why do you do this?
I've always loved animals, and I get a little emotional because I just feel, they can't speak for themselves. They have to have a voice somewhere, and why not me?
Yeah, absolutely. Here in East Texas rural community, we have a lot of animals. What do you think the biggest issue facing, your pet people is?
There's two issues, and they go hand in hand. One is the lack of spay and neuter laws. Spaying and neutering would cut back on the amount of unwanted pets. And we have so many unwanted pets here in East Texas, or in the South generally. Dumping of animals is just a phenomenal problem we have. And a lot of that is because people have unwanted litters, and then they don't know what to do with them, so they dump them.
Yeah. You kind of talked about things you want to get done. Is there anything big that you'd like to see get done here?
Yeah, eventually I would love for us to be able to see this shelter grow, and maybe build a new building or two and get it up and going, and just a hub of animals that need to be saved, and finding places for them to go.
Yeah. I know you guys work with a lot of other rescues in the animal shelter. Holly's there now doing great work. What have those conversations been like since you took over here?
I've had a lot of feedback from people in other rescues that are glad to see me back here in Tyler, and doing some things. We're already making some plans to work together and see what kind of magic we can make happen.
Her glasses are so fun. But again, we've seen lots of movement when it comes to leadership roles. So continuing to see East Texas animal care expand, change in unique ways. Of course, I'm sure we'll even get to a chance to meet her here on East Texas Now coming up this Friday. Make sure you join us every Friday, our Pet Project. We introduce you to two awesome critters who are ready to find their forever home, and then during our newscast, introducing you to another pet. These are all animals right here in East